Welcome back. Well, school is winding down and many kids are heading into their first week of finals, but your kids' brains might be experiencing a burnout with all the stress that comes with the end of the school year. So we talked to Carol Barks, who specializes in neuroscience, to help you better understand your child's brain that can lead not only to better school success, but a happier and healthier student. Take a listen. So tell me exactly what brain burnout means.
So when we're talking about brain burnout, we're really talking about all the things that go into helping our brains function. So just like our bodies work at peak performance when we eat 3 meals a day and when we drink water, well, our brains have a limited amount of cognitive resources every day. So when all things are considered equal, leveraging our brain's efficiency is one of the last frontiers to helping us thrive and to succeed and achieve things that other people might not be able to.
So you have 4 tips to help tackle brain burnout, and one of those is called fixed brain RAM, similar to a computer, you call it, called random access memory. So explain that.
So with memory, we really have short-term and long-term memory. So when we are dealing with our short-term memory, our brain really only handles about 6 or 7 chunks of information in working memory at a time. So it's really great if we can leverage our conversations so we're not overbearing people with too many words or too much going on, because people start hearing this as blah, 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 blah. So if we can talk in chunks and then take breaks and talk in chunks and then take a break, our brains are able to absorb that information better. Likewise, if we write things down that are circling in our mind, so when we're talking about people that are worriers, that information tends to just ruminate and circle, and our brain keeps functioning on it. But if we do simple things like writing it down on a piece of paper, then it's kind of like a to-do list where our brain says, oh, okay, you got this, and it's a way to ease up some of the resources that it's using up for something that really doesn't need to be used at any given point in time.
And something else to touch on the random access memory. If you are a night person or if you are a morning person, that's when you should make those tough, big decisions.
So there's sleep cycles that they've put into categories where some of us are hummingbirds and some of us are larks and some of us are owls. It's a process that a neuroscientist, John Medina, came up with. But essentially 80% of us get up, like if we didn't have to go to work and we were just waking up on any given time, 80% would wake up around 7 to 8 o'clock, and we'd probably go to sleep around 10 to 11. But then there's 10% of us that get up probably 5 or 6, probably before the alarm, but we're ready to go to sleep like at 8 or 9, and that is totally me. If I am not embarrassed and I can just get in my jammies early, I'm out. And then the next 10% are the owls, and they don't want to get up until like 10 or 11, and then they're going to be up until midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. So when we're talking about how to leverage our brain, we're talking about who does what best. And so for me, an early morning decision is awesome because I've had a chance to sleep on it and I'm fresh and I haven't used up all my cognitive resources. But somebody who's an owl who gets up later and we want them to perform in the morning, that's not the best time to ask them to do a decision.
And this is a 2-part series, so coming up in our 6 a.m. hour, we hear more about adapting to change and more of her steps to a healthier brain.